Hello and welcome to the Walking Talking Topic Multi-Mark Week 2 question number 1 with me, Mr. Barton. Now look at this, a 9-mark epic question all about hats. And as ever with these multi-marks, the math skills themselves aren't that hard, but it's just figuring out what you need to do, in what order, and communicating your answers really carefully and clearly. So let's have a read what's going on here. Keris, I think that's how you say her name, makes hats for a living, and then it all kicks off. Each hat she makes needs 0.45 metres squared of fabric, costing £3.40 per metre squared, and 50 centimetres of ribbon. Notice it's not told us how much this ribbon costs. That's going to come into play later on. Keris pays herself a very nice £12.60 an hour, lucky Keris, and she can make 3 hats in 2 hours. There are no other costs or outgoing. She sells each hat for £10.25, which exactly balances the costs and outgoings. Calculate how much the ribbon costs per metre. Now, you might be tempted just to start banging numbers into calculators and writing down any old nonsense, but just take a moment, just pause, and let's come up with a plan here. We need to work out how much these hats are costing. We need to work out how much money she's getting from the hats, and we know those two things will be equal, which should allow us to work out the only thing that's missing, the cost of this ribbon per metre. So let's have a look. I'm going to start by working out Cheryl's outgoings. And I'm going to try and make this as neat as possible, because my writing's horrendous, but I'm going to try my best just for you. So, outgoings. How much does the hat cost? So each hat, she needs 0.5 metres squared of fabric, and it costs £3.40. So I'm going to put cost of one hat, and that's going to equal 0.45 metres squared, and each metre squared is going to cost £3.40. So let's bang those together in our calculator. 0.45 times by 3.4, and that's coming to, now my calculator's giving me a dodgy answer there, 153 over 100. If I SD that, I get £1.53 for that one. She can make 3 hats in 2 hours. So what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to put cost of 3 hats, and I'm going to deal with everything in terms of 3 hats, because seeing as she's we know how many hats she can make in 2 hours, I think 3 hats is going to be quite a nice way of approaching this question. So 3 lots are £1.53, and I'll times that by 3, but I think hopefully I know what that is, £4.59. So that's the cost of making 3 hats. Now we've no idea what the cost of the ribbon for these hats are, so what I'm going to do there, I'm going to put cost of 3 ribbons, and I don't know what this is going to be, and I'm just going to call that 3R for 3 lots of ribbons. You could put 3 question marks, 3 whatever you want. Now what else are Cheryl's outgoings? Well, it's a hefty, nice little fat wage she's paying herself here, £12.60 an hour. So let's put cost of wage. Now if we're dealing with 3 hats, she can make 3 hats in 2 hours. So it's going to be 2 lots of £12.60. Let's put that in there. 2 hours, and she's paying herself £12.60 a time. I think I'm going to go into the hat making trade, and that's £25.20. So let's put total outgoings, because I don't think there's anything else. So it's going to be £4.59. Let's get that in there. £4.59 plus £25.20, and that's going to come to £29.79, and then she's also got these 3 bits of ribbon that I don't know what that's going to cost just yet. So that's how much she's spending making these hats. How much is she getting in? So let's call this income. Well, she sells each hat for £10.25, and in the 2 hours she's made herself 3 hats. So the income's quite easy. It's just going to be 3 lots of £10.25. Bang this in the calculator. 3 lots of £10.25. That's coming in at a tidy £30.75. Now, what's the difference? Because we know these two have got to be equal. So we know, I'm going to write this down, we know that £29.79 plus the cost of 3 ribbons has got to be equal to £30.75. It tells us there. It exactly balances the cost and the outgoing. Now, a nice bit of algebra here, just to working out the difference between those two numbers, must be what our 3 ribbons cost. So our 3 ribbons have got to be equal to our £30.75 take off are £29.79. And that's going to come to, again, if I press my SD button, 0.96 or 96 pence. So 3 ribbons are going to cost 96 pence. So 1 ribbon, if I divide that by 3, is going to cost 32p, 0.32. And remember, this is all dealing in pounds. So I'm going to write there, 1 ribbon costs 32 pence. Now you might be tempted to relax there and help yourself to 9 marks, but remember, it's asked to calculate how much the ribbon costs per metre. Well, 1 bit of ribbon costs 32p, but that's 32p. That's equal to 50 centimetres. I want to know what 1 metre is. That's 100 centimetres. Well, if 50 centimetres is 0.32, 100 centimetres is going to be double that at 64. And I'm just going to write a final thing. Ribbon costs 64 pence per metre. And that's a load of work, but you're getting a load of marks for it.